After an accident, there could be all kinds of injuries, but one of the worst ones that we never think about is mental trauma. It can crush a relationship. We're going to talk about it on this week's Health Matters. After an accident, there's a lot of things that happen. We all know you can get headaches, neck pain, back pain, knee pain. All of these things can be damaged, but what we don't realize is one of the things that's often most damaged is our mental health and our spirit. Put yourself in this situation. You're going down the road, minding your own business, and someone smacks into you. They literally change your world in an instant. You don't know what's happening. All of a sudden, you can't work, you're in pain, you've got doctor's visits, medical bills are mounting up, and all the while, you're supposed to carry on life as normal? It doesn't happen that way. And when that happens, you can start finding a lot of tension in your own self, but also in the relationships around you. See, people around you, if it's your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, parents, all of these people, they don't feel what you're feeling. And unless they've really gone through it, they can't even have an inkling of understanding of how your life has been affected following a crash or an accident. And when this happens, there's things that you can do, but most of this video I wanted to talk about is understanding. So I hope that if you've been in an accident, here's the number one thing I get for you. Number one, see your providers. There are people specially designed and specially trained to help you get through these situations. There's people, neuropsychologists do testing, psychologists help. There's different kind of movement therapy, there's music therapy, all these things to just help you kind of get back into the flow, but that takes time. But here's the thing, if you've been in an accident, please share this with all of the people that are part of your support system or part of your everyday life. Here's what they need to know. Number one, people who've been in an accident are still doing the best that they can. Their whole world is upside down, as we talked about. And think about this. If they've got any kind of a mild traumatic brain injury, also known as an MTBI, they can forget things. They can be more agitated. They can actually not want to drive. It can seem like they're afraid or they're not moving on. But in reality, their brain is really shaken. And even if they don't have an MTBI, just the simple emotional stress that goes through an accident and the injuries that you sustain and the treatment that you're going through, and again, how are all these medical bills going to pay up? When you put that into perspective, it's worth you giving that person in your life grace, understanding, patience, love, and support. Some of the best things you can do for them, ask them, how are you doing today? And then after they tell you, if it's bad, understand they're telling you true. But also then say, what's good? How are you seeing some change? Like, be that positive, uplifting support as well. Additionally, if you're seeing or if you're in really close connection with someone, whether at work or at home or in a social setting, who's been involved in a crash, just know that the thing that you can do is also understand that they're in a progression. These things don't heal overnight. And the worse the injury, the longer it can take. And sometimes, even if the crash didn't seem that bad, if that person is more susceptible than others to trauma, it can still have damaging effects that last months or even years. So have a level of understanding, a level of patience, a level of caring and concern. And by the way, look for how this can make you a better person. I know this from personal experience. My wife was involved in an accident that was pretty serious, but not in any way life-threatening. It took over 3 years for her to get kind of where she used to be, and she still suffers some of the ramifications. And you know what I learned through that? I learned how to be a better husband, a better partner, a better friend to her, to be more patient. And as I started seeing this, I started taking my perspective to say, how can I grow? How can I change? How can I be better for her, to help her, and for me, as I work with lots of people who have been through this situation. So here's what I'd offer. Again, if you've been in the situation, please know you're on a road to recovery that takes time. Make sure that you're giving yourself that time and that grace, but keep looking for the good stuff. Keep looking for how it's getting better, because you'll find what you look for. And if you're part of the support system of that person, always know that they need you. They need you to be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more kind, a little bit more present, a little bit more understanding, and watch how you will get better too. So I hope that helps you understand the connection between support systems, relationships, and trauma. Until next time, remember, your health matters.